You have 5 minutes to check your bank account. Go ahead. Look at the last 3 things you bought for emergencies. If you see a plate carrier, a gas generator, or a stack of gold coins, I have bad news for you. You didn't buy survival gear, you bought a ticket to your own funeral. You are currently building a stockpile that is designed, mathematically and psychologically, to get you killed within 72 hours of a collapse. The survival industry is a multi-billion-dollar machine that thrives on your insecurity. They sell you fantasies of being a lone wolf hero, standing atop a pile of rubble, but the reality of a grid-down scenario isn't a movie. It is a biological and sociological math problem. And the variables you are introducing into that equation are wrong. Today, we are going to burn the shopping list. We are going to look at the 3 most popular items preppers hoard. And I am going to explain exactly how each one of them betrays you. We are going to strip away the marketing and look at the physics of noise, the psychology of targeting, and the brutal economics of starvation. If you want to survive, you need to stop shopping like a soldier and start thinking like a fugitive. Let's start with item number 1, the tactical vest. The plate carrier, the camouflage fatigues, you see this everywhere. You see guys on the internet posing with ceramic plates strapped to their chest, covered in MOLLE webbing pouches and patches that say "Don't tread on me." It looks cool, it feels safe, it makes you feel like you can take a round to the chest and keep fighting, but in a real collapse, wearing tactical gear is the equivalent of walking into a lion's den, wearing a suit made of raw steaks. Here is the psychology of the gray man that nobody understands. When law and order vanish, the human brain reverts to tribal threat assessment. We scan specifically for danger. If I am a starving, desperate father looking for food for my kids, and I look down the street and see a guy in jeans and a dirty hoodie, my brain registers civilian, low threat, low reward. I ignore him, but if I see a silhouette that has square shoulders, bulk around the torso and cargo pockets on the legs, my brain screams soldier threat, high reward. By wearing tactical gear, you are broadcasting 2 signals. Signal 1, I have weapons and resources worth killing for. Signal 2, I am a combatant, so you should shoot me first. Before I see you, you lose the element of surprise. Before you even step out your door, you are counting on the armor to stop a bullet. But the armor is the reason the bullet is coming your way in the first place. And let's talk about the biology of that gear. Have you ever hiked 10 miles in full kit? A standard plate carrier with loaded magazines, water, and medical gear weighs between 20 and 30 pounds. In a survival situation, your calorie intake is going to drop by half. Your body will be eating itself. Every extra pound you carry increases your metabolic burn rate. Wearing that vest is like voluntarily adding a parasitic drain to your energy reserves. You will dehydrate faster. You will overheat, you will move slower. While the guy in the windbreaker is halfway to the water source, you are hyperventilating in a ditch because you want it to look like a special operator. The fix here is simple, but it hurts your ego. You need armor, yes, but it needs to be invisible. Buy soft level through armor that fits under a baggy flannel shirt. Duct tape phone books together if you have to. Paper is surprisingly good at stopping shrapnel and knives, and stuff them into a backpack. Look like a refugee. Look like you have nothing. Your best defense isn't ceramic plating. It's being so boring that the predator's eyes slide right off you. Item number 2 on the blacklist, the gas generator. This is the holy grail of suburban preppers. You think when the grid fails, I'll just fire up the Honda and keep the fridge running. It sounds logical. It is actually a suicide machine. Let's look at the physics of sound. In a functioning city, the ambient noise floor is around 40 to 50 decibels. Traffic AC units, distant sirens. It creates a mask. A generator running at 65 decibels blends right in. But when the grid goes down, the city doesn't just get dark, it gets silent. The ambient noise drops to near zero. In that silence, a 65 decibel motor doesn't sound like a hum, it sounds like a chainsaw. Sound follows the inverse square law. But low-frequency vibrations from an engine travel through the ground and echo off buildings at night due to thermal inversion layers. In the atmosphere, sound travels even further. If you turn on a generator 3 days after a blackout, you are creating an acoustic beacon that can be pinpointed. From 5 blocks away, you are effectively ringing a dinner bell. For every desperate person within a half-mile radius, you are announcing, I have fuel, I have electricity, I have food that is still cold. And it's not just the looters, It's the carbon monoxide. Every major hurricane we see the statistics, more people die from CO poisoning in the aftermath than from the storm itself. You try to muffle the sound by putting it in the garage or near a window and the gas creeps in. Carbon monoxide binds to your hemoglobin 200 times stronger than oxygen. You just go to sleep and never wake up. The generator solves a comfort problem but creates a tactical nightmare. The alternative. Silent solar is quiet but panels on your roof are a visual giveaway. You want portable foldable solar mats and large battery banks. You want power that doesn't vibrate. If you absolutely must generate power, kinetically strip an alternator from a car and rig it to a bicycle. It's quiet, it gives you cardio, and it produces energy without telling the entire neighborhood you're home. If you are relying on gasoline, you are relying on a finite resource that expires in 6 months and attracts people with guns. Stop building a loud fortress, build a silent ghost ship. Item number 3, this is the one that makes people angry. Gold and silver, the safe haven assets. The hedge against inflation. You see the ads on TV telling you to buy gold coins for when the dollar collapses. Listen to me very carefully. In a true survival scenario, gold is a heavy, soft yellow rock that you cannot eat. You cannot shoot and you cannot burn for warmth. Value is not intrinsic, value is subjective. It is based on demand in a high-functioning economy. We agree gold is valuable in a collapse. Maslow's hierarchy of needs resets the market. The currency of the apocalypse is not precious metal, it is utility. Imagine this scenario. It is day 14. Your child has a fever of 104. You have a gold Krugerrand worth $2,000. Your neighbor has a bottle of pediatric antibiotics worth $10. You offer him the gold. He looks at you and laughs. Why? Because he can't eat the gold. He can't cure his own infection with the gold. The gold is useless weight to him. He won't trade a life-saving resource for a shiny trinket. Historically, in besieged cities like Sarajevo during the 90s, gold jewelry was traded for a few cans of beef. The exchange rate collapses instantly. You lose 90% of your wealth the moment you try to spend it. Furthermore, flashing gold makes you a target. If you try to barter with a gold coin, the person you are trading with now knows you have gold. They might make the trade today, but they will come back tonight with a pipe to take the rest. If you want to store wealth for the apocalypse, buy the things people will actually need. Buy mini bottles of alcohol. Vodka is currency. It sterilizes wounds, it starts fires, and it numbs pain. Buy lighters. A Bic lighter is a miracle of engineering. To a man rubbing sticks together, buy antibiotics. Buy 22 ammunition. These are small, consumable, and universally valuable. You can trade a handful of rounds for a meal, and nobody thinks you're rich. They just think you're practical. You want consumable currency, not store of value currency. You want things that disappear after they are used, so nobody comes looking for your vault. The philosophy here is uncomfortable. We buy these blacklisted items, the vest, the generator, the gold, because they mimic the power structures of the old world. The vest mimics the police. The generator mimics the power company. The gold mimics the bank. We cling to them because we want to feel like we are still part of a civilization. But survival isn't about maintaining your status. It is about adapting to the lack of one. The survivor who makes it isn't the one looking like a commando with a loud engine and a bag of gold. It's the guy who looks like a terrified accountant sitting in the dark, silent, wearing a dirty coat lined with phone books, trading a bottle of cheap vodka for a fresh fish. Stop buying things that make you feel powerful. Start buying things that make you invisible. Stop preparing for a fight and start preparing to disappear. The most dangerous thing in your house isn't the intruder. It's the false sense of security you bought with your credit card. Return the gear, sell the gold, kill the generator, and get comfortable with the quiet, because when the noise stops, the only thing that will save you is your ability to be nothing more than a shadow in an empty room.